Welcome to week 3. We are going to start with trends and forecasting. Hello. How are you guys? Welcome back to class. Okay. We are going to start getting into certain aspects of the trend and forecasting class. Okay. So we are going to start this week with color, just color. Now, this is known as mint. There is no particular reason why I chose this color. I just happened to look online and I was just looking at some stuff and I saw this color and I was like, whoa, this is a really cool color. I love it. I have seen this color a lot. It's an old color, but it's getting very popular in the 2020-21 fashion trends that we have going on right now. So I thought, okay, let me just start with, this color and see, make the lesson out of using this color as an example. So now, when a company is actually beginning its research mode, okay? Now, when I say company, I mean certain trend agencies. There are some trend agencies, meaning there are some companies out there that all they do is trends and forecasting. That is their service. What they do is they compile everything together, they make a product or a service, and they sell it to anybody who is willing to buy their service. It's very expensive. Sometimes you have to pay them per month. Sometimes you can pay them per project. It just depends. Now, if you have a very large company, like for example, Calvin Klein or Giorgio Armani, usually these companies have this kind of service internally. There is a division in the company. Now, I worked in many companies, so I never really went anywhere and I saw like the title on the, like a name board that this floor is trend and forecasting, or these people are trends and forecasting. I never really actually saw that. Nobody ever gave me a business card and said, oh, my name is Sarah Johnson and I do trends and forecasting. I don't think I have ever seen that in my career. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I'm just saying that I have not seen it. But I have met people who actually do this in companies. So let's say there are different ways when you are going to start this thing out, okay? So let's say it was a Monday morning and there is a meeting for color and trends and forecasting or whatever the meeting might be, okay? And usually when a meeting like this takes place in a company, it is already in the calendar. That means people already know about it. There are only certain people who will know about these things. So, and they go to the meeting first and then they expand the information to everybody else. In case you're not following me, don't worry, I will clear it up a little bit as we go along. So, one of the cool things and the most easiest thing that a meeting like this or the conversation will start is, of course, color. In fashion, color plays a big deal. Even if you are a person that says, listen, I only like earth tones, I only like sand, I only like black color, or I only like you use different kinds of red, still they will always look at the entire color palette. That means they will look at the entire thing and then they will start zooming in and saying, okay, we will only use this, this, and this and forget the rest. But every time a meeting takes place, they will always look at the entire color palette. Now, in this case, this could be a meeting where they will say, listen, we are just going to take one color and we are going to explore it. We're going to take one color, we're going to expand it. We're going to take one color and we will see how does this color relate to different things before we can bring it back into fashion. That is how the conversation will actually start. So for this example, this lesson here, we are using something that is known as pastel mint. This is a real color and you're looking at it right now on the screen. It's known as pastel mint. Now, the idea of using a color is to really see how it sells. The idea of using a color is always to see what is its saleable qualities. That means what is so cool about it that it will sell. Because if I'm going to use a color, for example, if I'm going to use a color and I know it's not going to sell, I'm probably not going to really waste a lot of time and money into it, right? I'm not going to be spending evenings and Saturdays and Sundays working on a color that I know is not going to sell. So I'm going to first look at a color and I'm going to look at it and I'm going to say, is this thing pretty enough that it will sell? Is it pretty enough that it will sell? So I will start looking. I'm going to start looking at certain things that has a hint of this color. Okay, so for example, this is something that everything is taken from the internet, by the way. Okay, so this is something I took from the internet. As you can take a look at this picture for a moment, you can see there is nail polish in mint green. There's the tie that the guy is wearing for, I think this is like a wedding type of thing where they're using the mint green as the theme color, which is kind of cool. Let's take a look at something like this. This is a wall clock. As you can see, the mint green is actually on the external. It's not dominating. If you take a look at something like this, again, you can see the mint green hints of it. Now, I do want to say this because you guys are looking at products right now, but I want you to know that when a meeting like this takes place, we are looking at existing products, but we are looking at how does mint green also registers with other colors. How does mint green registers with other colors? For example, if you take a look at this, you can see there's black. You can see there's something known as off-white or eggshell white, because that's not pure white, it's eggshell white. Then you can see the second hand is actually red in color. You notice that? So you might be looking at a clock, but I'm actually, if I'm a trends person, I'm actually looking at the mint green and how is it working in relationship with the face of the clock. That means the black hands, the numbers are in black, there's an off-white color in the background, and then of course there's the red. So I got a pretty few colors that I can see how it plays with the mint green. Now if I go to the next one, which is a perfume, as you can take a look, you can see there is a gold color. There is, what else is there? There's a little bit of a yellow, like a pastel yellow color. And then of course there's different kinds of green in it. Now let's take a look at this bicycle over here. Now you notice mint green and white. Mint green and white. Everything there is white. But there's a few touches of black. Like if you look under the seat, if you look near the handlebar and the stand, all the way in the bottom, if you can see the stand, like you put it down where the bicycle can actually stand, you see that's not white in color, it's black in color. That's pretty cool. I like to see things like this. If I zoom in a little bit, I can see there's a use of silver. I can see there's a little bit of silver in it. Now I know you're like, okay, why are you talking about all these color combinations? What's up with it? You are looking at a bicycle, I'm actually looking at a jacket. You are looking at a bicycle right now, but I'm looking at a jacket. I'm telling myself, if I made a mint green jacket, can I use those silver colors as buttons? Or I should use black buttons? Can I do a combination? Can I use mint green jacket with black thread, contrast thread with yellow buttons? You see, that's what I'm looking at. You're looking at a bicycle, but I'm a designer, so I'm telling myself, how can I take those colors, that combination, and bring it into a garment? Because remember, my business is making garments. So see, that's how you're supposed to think. That is how a designer really thinks. Let's take a look at this. My favorite, I love watches. Here again, you can take a look and you can see there is a mint green. There is a beautiful metallic black. And then there's what else? Oh, and there's these beautiful rubies. Those of you who know luxury watches, they use rubies because it's very difficult to scrape the ruby off. So they use rubies in the mechanism, so that way the clock actually works for a very, very long time without breaking down. But I will be looking at the rubies saying, oh my God, this is so cool. I can make a black jacket with mint green stitching and maybe ruby buttons or ruby red color buttons. You see, that's what I'm thinking. That's my job, is to look at products with a combination of colors and see how can I bring that into my work. That's my job. That is what designers do all the time. Take a look at this phone over here. This is an old rotary phone, old style phone. Again, there's black, mint green. There is pure white in this case. This is real white, not off-white. And any other color? Oh, and there's plastic see-through. You know the dial thing? You see that right there? It's the plastic see-through with a little piece of silver on the end. So that means if I was doing a jacket, mint green jacket, plastic see-through buttons, ooh, very nice. Silver thread, I'm not so sure silver thread might work, but black, but black thread might work very nicely. So that is my job. That is what I am doing. That is what I am supposed to be doing as a designer, is taking a look at a product and trying to see how can I copy the influence of that product in terms of color. I'm not taking a clock and sticking it on my jacket per se, but I'm taking off all the color combinations and seeing, will it work in a fashion designed garment? That's my job. Let's move on. Oh, here's another one. This is beautiful. There are multiple levels of green. There is a little bit of brown. I'm not so happy about the brown color, so to speak, but I like the yellowy lace, a very light yellowy lace. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but the lace of that boot is yellow. And there is a tint of black, and there's also red underneath the shoes, as you can see it. There's also a little bit of silver in there. So you see what I'm doing? As a trend person, what I'm doing is I am taking a product that already exists, because that's not a drawing, that's a real photographed product. And I'm basically taking the color combination out of there and just saying, how can I take that, bring it into my garment? Will it work? Maybe it will work, maybe it might not work, okay? But it's my job to try. Remember, in fashion design, half the time you'll probably fail. In fashion design, half the time your designs will fail, and that's okay, because when you're a fashion designer, you are trying things out for the first time. You are probably doing things so original that nobody has done it before. So there's a good chance that you may succeed, and there's a good chance that you may fail, but that's okay. That is our job, is to fail and fail till we find the one that is perfect. Take a look at this interiors over here. Again, color combinations. Let's move on. Let's take a look at this. These are like mint candy. Very nice, very cool. I see there's white. I see there's a green in there, like a grass green. You see the word fresh, F-R-E-S-H. It's known as grass green. Then there's also green on the top, if you can see. And what else is there? There's silver over there. Now we're going to my favorite part. This is, you know what? This is my favorite part because I love cars. This is a Tesla Roadster car. This is a custom-made Tesla Roadster car. A Tesla Roadster car. Tesla is the first company on this planet that makes cars that run fully on batteries. In case you don't know that, it's the first car company making cars for anybody to buy. It's pretty expensive. It's considered as a luxury car that runs on batteries. Now, this is a custom car that is made for somebody. You may not go into a Tesla showroom and buy this kind of car. You will have to buy the car and ask for the color combination according to you. So if you look at this, they have mint green and black. Now, here is the cool thing, and I really wanted to say this before I really forgot to say this. If you notice, the logo is also mint green. The logo is also mint green, which I love. I mean, this is really cool. That means if you are designing a garment and if your garment is red, that means inside your logo should probably be matching red. It's an idea. Fashion designers don't normally do this because we just make the logo and then the logo just stays. The logo doesn't change its color product to product. But in this case, if you take a look at this, this is just so beautiful. Such a great idea. That means you can have a garment. That means you can have a garment and you can make the label specially for that garment by changing the color so that it matches. It's an idea. I think it's a beautiful idea. Take a look at this. Take a look at the wheels. Again, beautiful black with a nice tint green right around it. A beautiful black with mint green on the rims, which is really cool. Now take a look at this. The interiors of the car. Beautiful black leather, but beautiful contrast mint green piping with mint green thread stitching. Beautiful, just beautiful. This alone is such a great photograph. I mean, I could just print this photograph and put it on the wall and I don't even have to have the whole car picture. It is so cool. This is what we are talking about. In trends and forecasting, we are supposed to really look at different products and bring them in, fly them into the fashion world. Okay, let's move on. Here's another combination of some clothing. because clothing is very important. Again, as you can see, the whole thing is not totally mint green. They're just touches and hints of green here and there just to make the story work. Here's a full green. And here's another one, which is a green suit with a white turtleneck. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, nice, what's it called? Lemon green headphone color. That's kind of cool. I like something like that. I like something like this. This is really nice. I actually like the middle one, the yellow pants, which I think is really, really cool. The yellow pants is really cool. You see there's a mint green on top, but yellow pant strikes out very nicely. There's a little bit hints of green in the yellow pants also, which I think is really nice. Some accessories. This is pretty cool, very cute. I like it. Again, some more. Then, of course, if you look at some shoes, which I kind of think is very nice. It's, again, these are things that we will research just to kind of like see how can we use the color into our collection or into our clothing design, if that's what we want to do. Again, some more accessories. Here is the shirt. I like this one a lot. As you can see, it's very subtle. There is a white and a very mint green checkered style. I don't know if you can see it. And it has plastic buttons with white thread, by the way. Here's a close-up shot of it. Again, another nice mint green jacket. Okay, this one I don't like. I'm going to tell you, I don't like it, and I'll tell you why. The mint green is really nice, but you see those buttons? Nice silver buttons, but I don't like the design of the button. It should have been plain silver, according to me. Okay, I'm just giving you my opinion. As a designer, if I was going to make that jacket, I would not use those buttons. I would use, maybe, if I had to use a silver button, it would be flat. Because I don't know if you can see it, there's a kind of a lion decoration, embossed decoration on the buttons, and I think that's not necessary. It's a little bit too much. I think the mint green jacket, beautiful black buttons. Just imagine, if you looked at this jacket with black buttons, I think it would have been okay. There was no need to go for silver. But this is a real garment, this is a real photograph that I took from online. So somebody obviously designed it, but I personally would not like this one. I would like this one because this is very nice. She has a lot of white going on, beautiful, nice yellow slippers. I like that. And of course, the cardigan that she's wearing on top, it has beautiful white knit with this beautiful green and white checkered style, big box checkered style, which I think is kind of cool. I like that. I think her whole look is very well put together, and it's very simple. It spells summer, it spells this brightness, and she can be walking in the park or walking down the street, buying some stuff with maybe a black sunglasses, and she would look perfectly fine. So I like this look a lot. This look is put together very nicely. Very simple, very nice. And of course, I like my favorite shoes. Slip-on shoes, mint green with white. Oh, beautiful. So in a business meeting, what we are doing is we are taking a singular color. We are taking one color. We're taking one color and we are expanding it. We're taking one color and we are expanding it as much as we can into so many different product categories just to give us an idea, will this work? Yes or no? The sale is being made based on the color, meaning it is so important to understand that we are in the business of sales. It is very important. It's very important for us to understand that we are in the business of sales. I don't want to work on a color that I know is not going to sell. I'm wasting my time. If I have some free time, I might research the color and park it away, means put it away. Maybe for the next time, when that color comes up, I might pull out my research. But normally, I would not want to work in a project where I know that it's going to be very difficult to sell. Very difficult to sell. So this is important, that we must know that a sale is being made all the time. Even if you think you're not selling, you are selling. Always you are selling something. So assignment time. On a single piece of paper, this is what you are going to do. You are going to give me a trend report of a singular color. You're going to take one color. But here's the catch. You are not allowed to use any garments. You can use shoes, lipstick, cosmetics. Yes, you can use that. But you are not allowed to use garments. No. You have to go into different industries and try to find anything that matches that color. And I just showed you just now in this video, I just showed you how I took mint green and expanded it throughout in so many categories, from cars, shoes, clocks, interiors. Of course, I had some clothes in there because I have to show you the clothes. But you are going to do me this assignment where you are not going to show me clothes. You're going to show me something else. It is due by Wednesday. I'm giving you plenty of time to do this. So please take the time. Do it like a real job. Don't do it like a student. Don't do it like a student project. I want you to do this like a real job, because it is a real job. When you work in companies, your design director, your client, your boss, or whoever you're working with, team leaders may come and say, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we need to look at this color red. Let's talk about it. Let's expand it to see how we can use red in our design. It is a true scenario. So please, this is your assignment. I hope you like this lesson. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next lesson. So thank you very much. See you. Bye. Bye.